that time of the year where we all sit down together as a family and watch Jake Paul box a random ass boxer in the hopes that he gets his ass handed to him. How the hell did we get to a point as a society where we're watching Jake Paul fight an old and retired Mike Tyson, basically abuse him on live television?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
I could have ended up on any other timeline, but of course I end up on the one where I get to see Mike Tyson's butt, booty, naked ass on live television. I mean, you can't make this up. I don't even know where to begin to talk about this epic failure of an event. Actually, yes I do. Hey people over at Netflix, what the fuck are you guys doing? I think my viewing experience consisted of 90% buffering and 10% of the actual fight. I had a better time using Stream East than watching on Netflix. Actually, I had a better time on Antonio Brown's X account than you, Netflix. You know, he might have CTE, but at that point, he was probably one of the smartest people on the planet. Way smarter than you, Netflix. Bro had like 5 million concurrent viewers, but then even his stream crashed because of how many people were switching over from Netflix to his account. At least Netflix figured out their shit, but it wasn't until like the last couple rounds of the actual Tyson Paul fight. Netflix, did you just expect to have 60 million people all be able to watch at the same time and have no issues? Did you just not prepare at all? I don't know how accurate that number is, but it definitely makes sense. I mean, I'll give you props, Netflix. You were doing fine the first 2 events, but they were a snooze fest. However, I will say we bore witness to some excellent clip farming during the event. In one of the undercards, we had 2 random dudes, you know, battling it out. Next thing you know, they're in the corner and one of the dudes is just violently thrusting the other one. I didn't realize Diddy got released from prison so early.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
You know, I thought that would have been the most sus part about the whole night, but man was I wrong. Netflix had a really touching moment where they had Mike Tyson's son, you know, interview him before he was gonna go out and fight. I mean, the interview was fine. It didn't... Wait, what was that? Nah, play that back. Bro, send that to New York. Did Netflix just air Mike Tyson's booty to the entire world? I mean, what are we doing here, guys? I know it's our first time airing a live sports event, Netflix, but even I know not to show my grandpa's bare ass cheeks to the entire world. I mean, surely that's the grossest thing we'll see all night, right? Let's just move on to the next fight.
Sean, jump in here, my friend.
Brother, ooh! I gotta stop asking these questions. It just gets worse every time. Not only was that cut just absolutely nasty, but of course, Netflix froze right as they zoomed in on that cut. You ever like have that moment where it's something that's so nasty, but you just can't look away? That's exactly how it went. At least that fight was actually pretty decent. It was probably the best fight of the night. Say what you want about, you know, Katie Taylor winning. That fight was entertaining. It clearly was the best fight of the night, much better than the main card. Speaking of the main card, you know, I thought Jake Paul's entrance, it was alright. It wasn't that bad. Until I realized who was sitting next to him.
I like my cheese drippy, bruh.
With everything that's already happened, seeing Logan Paul is the last thing I wanted. What is bro doing? Is he spraying Jake Paul with a med mist? Why are we in Fortnite? I have no answers. I just don't at this point. Once the bell finally rang and they started fighting, low-key, Mike was kind of giving it to Jake. I mean, he came out swinging. I for sure thought Mike was about to knock him out in one of the first 2 rounds. However, as the fight kept going on, it was pretty easy to tell Father Time had caught up with Mike. You know, with everything that happened throughout the event, seeing Mike Tyson just be out of breath and out of his prime, it was a sore sight to see. I think we all knew Jake Paul was probably gonna win. We were just hoping that it wasn't actually gonna happen. Surely this is some form of elder abuse. How did everyone agree to just throwing Mike Tyson into the ring and letting Jake Paul just swing on him for 8 rounds? I'm just ashamed of these people, man. I'm ashamed of myself for getting hyped to actually watch this event. By the end of the fight, I was just hoping that Jake Paul would just not kill Mike Tyson. I mean, can you imagine the scenes if Jake Paul actually knocked out Mike Tyson? That would be like Michael Jordan getting crossed up and yammed on by Mr. Beast. At least after the fight, they were both good sports about it. You could tell Jake was kind of letting up in the later rounds, so, you know, props to Jake for actually being a decent human being for once. Also, after Jake won, he won if you couldn't tell. After Jake won, Mike Tyson made a joke to Logan Paul, you know, challenging him. And you know what Logan Paul said? Roll the tape.
Logan, I think he said you might be next. Motherfucker, I'll kill you, Mike.
Bro, he was messing around, dude. Why are you getting so butthurt? Dude, fuck this dude, man. I'm so sick of Logan Paul. Low-key, as much as I hate to say it, I'm kind of starting to like Jake Paul more than Logan Paul. I never thought I would say that. He just seems more human than Logan. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. I'm Team 10, baby. We Team 10 now. I might give It's Everyday Bro another shot. Who knows?
It's everyday, bro, with the Disney Channel flow.
Yeah, no, that shit is still ass.